Hey there, I'm Donna Kretsch, and welcome to A Healthy Conversation. Now, I've shared with many of you when I've been out there speaking and teaching, or John's been working with you at Planet Health, and the many places that we get to be exposed to you in your life, that at home we have a lot of conversations about health, physical health, spiritual health, relational health. As a matter of fact, it's all he and I talk about. And you've asked me several times, I wonder if I'd be able to get in on some of those conversations. Boy, would that be great. Well, we came up with A Healthy Conversation, so you could come into our home and get in on those conversations. Now, you can tell when you're viewing this episode, it's Christmas time. I know you can see it behind me, and it won't matter when you view the episode, because regardless of the decorations, the truth remains the same. Have to address these decorations, though. I'm a bit of a Christmas tree addict. There are a lot of Christmas trees in this house, some 16 feet tall and some little, like this guy right here. And while some people love the great big trees and comment on those, a lot of people really love the smaller trees. And that's proof that it doesn't matter the size of the tree with regard to the impact it makes on the person. And that's just like vitamin D. We're going to talk about how vitamin D, a little tiny itty bitty yellow capsule, makes a mark on your body.
I can't believe you just tied in Christmas trees with vitamins. How do you make that happen?
Listen, I can tie Christmas trees into anything.
That's true.
I love Christmas trees. So, our friend here is standing in our kitchen with us, and I want to talk about vitamin D. Now, they probably know that a couple years ago it helped me a lot through Epstein-Barr. I want to talk about the basics, because in our last episode we talked about calcium and magnesium.
Well, magical things happened about 4 or 5 years in the medical community because they started testing for vitamin levels, specifically vitamin D levels in a person's body. And what they found out is that when vitamin D went down in your bloodstream, osteoporosis and osteopenia start going up dramatically. So, if you ever go to a doctor, ask them to have your vitamin D levels checked, and they will check those out, and the magic number is 30.
So when I have my vitamin D's checked, all I need to know is that the magic number is 30. Because the doctor may not know that.
Yeah, at least when you have, it means 30 nanograms every milliliter of blood. And what that means is if you have at least 30 nanograms in your blood, it means you have sufficient amount going through your bloodstream. Now,
which most of us don't have.
And that's where the osteoporosis, osteopenia starts really getting in there big time. So what we really want to do is we want to take a supplemental vitamin D. Now, the best way to get vitamin D in your system is through the sunlight. About 15 to 20 minutes, about 2-3 times a week will give you plenty of vitamin D, but most of us don't get in the sun that much. So taking a supplement is the second best way. And you want to take about 4,000 to 5,000, and vitamin D is measured in units. So you always want to take about 4,000 to 5,000 units a day, and that raises your vitamin D levels up in your bloodstream to about 50 to 60 nanograms. Now that's where all of the immune system boosting properties and infection boosting properties, anti-cancer properties really pop in.
Which is why it helped with Epstein, but let's go back to osteoporosis for a second. So with our total life, that would be 2.
That would be 2 because there are 2,000 units in per capsule.
And that would help a woman especially with osteoporosis prevention?
That's exactly right, because it helps you absorb calcium. It's one of the main things for absorbing calcium, having your vitamin D levels up.
Okay, so vitamin D, good for osteoporosis, 2 of our total life a day, and if they've got one that's 5,000 units, that would be 1 a day.
Correct.
Right? It helps the magnesium and the calcium work better. Plus, we'll share in another episode about the whole, it helped with Epstein-Barr.
And like you said, they're just little
itty bitty, tiny things. Yeah. So next time maybe we'll tell people about vitamins with shoes instead of Christmas trees.
You really tied vitamins in with Christmas trees?
Listen, you can find all of the products that we talk about at DonnaKretschStore.com. It's Donna, D-O-N-N-A, K-R-E-C-H-S-T-O-R-E, DonnaKretschStore.com. And thanks for asking about that. Talk to you next time.